How to be a good pet owner. This is a very general guide regarding the bare necessities for any pet to be taken care of. Always be nice to your pets and care for them, and contact the veterinarian if the animal seems sick or you are concerned in any way. Always remember to give your pet much love, and if you have any questions, ask your local veterinarian. Steps. Give them food and water. Any living being needs water in order to survive. Water should be fresh, clean, purified, and changed daily to ensure healthy drinking habits. It's best to change the water at least twice a day to keep it clean. Provide your pet with the correct diet. If your animal had a previous owner, it helps to keep them on the same diet they had previously. If you prefer to change their diet suited towards you as the owner and the animal, do it gradually so that they adjust properly. Always give your pet the right amount of food needed, do not overfeed, or not give it enough food. For puppies, get puppy food, for older dogs get special food for he or she, etc. Animals require different diets based on age. Puppies will need different types of dog food compared to older dogs, and baby chicks need different types of foods to adult birds. Clean their housing often. This should depend on the pet you have. Typically, a pet's habitat should be clean so it is a good environment for the animal. Clean the cage at least once a week if possible, and any other times if necessary. If it doesn't have good living quarters, the animal will get sick more, feel unhappy, and may even become more aggressive or antisocial. Socialize with your pet. Pets nowadays are mainly meant for companionship, so give your dog a snuggle or allow your frog to frolic. Be careful when taking an animal out since there are many dangers. Always leash dogs, and keep your small pet away from mouse traps. Research to find the dangers near you for your animal to ensure a good outing. If it is not the type of pet that you play with, do not play with it. If you own a hungry snake, chances are that it will become grumpy and irritated at you and will lead to perhaps a painful bite. Make sure your pet is healthy. Often check for signs of illness, because unfortunately sometimes you do not realize it until it is too late. For any creature, check for any abnormal lumps or bumps, changes in appetite or behavior, different smell, bleeding, or discomfort. Be sure that your pet came from a reliable source. It is better to get a pet from a shelter rather than a pet store or breeder, as it saves lives. If you do wish to get a pet from a breeder, make sure they are experienced at their work. When adopting a pet anywhere, be sure it is healthy. This will majorly help in the long run. Do your research beforehand. Whether from trustworthy websites, books, or veterinarians, it is important to know what you are looking for. For example, no one should get a puppy without puppy-proofing their house or not getting a book about housebreaking. Be sure that your information is accurate, and be sure to find pros and cons in each choice. Otherwise, maintaining the health and happiness of your pet would be extremely difficult. Give your pet shots that he or she needs, as well as the appropriate care. Devote a day to groom your pet, call a checkup to the vets, and even an hour to the park. Psychological care is just as important as physical care, so be sure to stimulate your pet constantly with new games, toys, sounds, places, and tricks. Never hurt or harm your pet. This is vital for humane reasons to never abuse or hurt an animal. Do not rub your dog's nose in its accident or hit a lizard. It is not nice, and in some places you can be charged with animal cruelty. Always kiss and love a pet, no matter what. If you are mad at it for any reason, go in a different room by yourself and take a few minutes to cool down. Always pay attention to the animal because they deserve it. However, be sure not to give your pet too much attention, or have too many people around, since this may stress the animal out way too much. Keep your pet clean. If you have a dog that rolled in mud or some other dirty pet, get the appropriate shampoo and fill that tub up. Sinks, outside, and boxes could also work. Be aware that animals may be sensitive in extreme temperatures, so check the water first with your hand. If it is too hot or too cold for you, then chances are it will be the same as well for the animal. Know to buy a certain kind of shampoo, human shampoo, conditioner, or body wash does not work on animals, as this is not the solution for their skin and fur. Instead, go to the local pet store and buy the shampoo specifically needed for them. If it is an outdoor pet, put a collar on it with your contact information, the pet's name, any special needs, and a rabies tag. Put a leash on your dog when going out, and clean up after any messes your pet's made. Close the cage door when you put him back so there is no chance of escaping and being in an unsafe place. Being a pet parent is hard work, but well worth it. Train your pet. No one wants a cat that jumps on the table, a dog that never stops barking, or a bird endlessly pecking at you. A lot of odd pet behavior is simply caused by boredom, so shake it up a little. Take your puppy to an obedience class, read a book on how to teach a horse to paint, or anything else that you wish for your pet to do. Make this thing realistic and not too hard, challenging, or dangerous. Be sure to be very proud after your pet does the trick, but wean him, her off treats over time. Never yell at your pet for doing something wrong, and do not kick, hit, or abuse the animal in any way. Do not overfeed your pet. Overfeeding a pet is a common problem that causes obesity. If an animal has too many lipids, he or she is more at risk for diabetes, heart disease, some cancers, high blood pressure, and more. This doesn't mean you should cut lipids, as everyone needs some fat. Just be sure to limit this for a fit, healthy pet.